Hello, I'm Brooke, and I'm going to present my project brief on waste sorting problem in Chengdu. According to the Sustainable Development Goals introduced by the United Nations, no country is unaffected to the drastic influence of climate change, as it states that greenhouse gas emissions are more than 50% higher than in 1990. When individuals consider mitigating climate change and lowering carbon dioxide emissions, they possibly think of switching off the lights and traveling by bike or public transportation. However, some of these emissions can be traced directly to our solid waste. According to the final report of the EC Technical Expert Group on Sustainable Finance, a considerable amount of garbage that is now burned is certainly recyclable, and recycling rather than burning can have a beneficial impact on carbon emissions. Chengdu is located at the southwest China. The government in Chengdu has attempted to encourage waste sorting for over a year, but without much success. It is still common for waste to be discarded in random bins and for street scavengers or cleaners to subdivide the waste that can be commercially recycled, such as metal, plastic, paper, glass, and so on. The other trash that has not been classified will end up in incineration or landfill. So why this happened? What makes people refuse to solve waste in Chengdu? During the researching, I found several reasons for this problem. Different colors of trash bins confuse people in their daily life, and the waste sorting standards are ambiguous. The public education and awareness on waste sorting is insufficient, which makes residents have low participation on waste sorting. Therefore, I decided the objective of my design is to design a service which not only focuses on reducing confusion on waste sorting problem in Chengdu, but also provide education to raise citizens' environmental awareness. The aim of this project is to allow users to have both abilities and motivations to do waste sorting spontaneously in the future. The conceptual framework underpinning this idea is based on the quadruple bottom line. According to Stuart Walker, the three elements of personal, social, and practical meaning correspond to the three fundamental principles of human existence in the world, and economics should be regarded as a means for achieving the other three. Mary has high motivation on waste sorting, but the lack of trash bins and room spaces prevent her to do so. Richard did waste sorting at his own living place, but none of his friends and family members understand the reason he did this. Without any support from his relatives and intimates, his motivation reduced every day. I analyzed 3 precedents from different categories to target the main problems in different ways, but they all have different strengths and limitations. Therefore, I try to integrate the opportunities and advantages into my designs. With this research and studies in mind, I started developing my 4 design proposals, and I'm going to only present 3 here. It is important for citizens in Chengdu to have a handy waste sorting guidance, which will guide them at any time and in any circumstance. The waste sorting flyer may help with this problem. When people feel confused about the waste category, the flyer could help them put the trash into the right bins. Before, people are more likely to throw their waste in mismatched trash bins based on their personal inclinations. After I stick the guidance on the wall, people start doing waste sorting, and the mistake they made reduced, but the items that is not listed on the guidance will be put into the wrong places as well. With the feedbacks from the last experiments, I developed my second concept, a waste management app. The items information will be easily updated and could contain more information about waste sorting. The paper prototype did not work really well at first, since moving the components I drew was so hard. However, I could still find something to improve through the test processing. Then after I gathered the feedback from users, I redesigned the digital version. Although it is not perfect, I could understand the user flow and find a problem to improve later. From the previous experiment, I noticed to make the waste sorting process easy for everyone is really important. So the idea of domestic smart trash bin comes up to my mind. It aims to simplify users' waste sorting steps and set people on the path from waste chaos to good order at home. This experiment aims to understand and test if the idea of adding an intelligent system and automatic separation of the trash bin works for the users. I play the role as human app of the touchscreen and intelligent system to tell the users the information about the waste and then help the users to throw the litter away. For next trimester, I may choose to continue working on this project, but many problems still need to be solved. I believe as I do more experiments, more challenges will appear and more iterations will be done for the next part of the project. I cannot wait to make my design come true in next term. And thank you. This is all for my design proposal.